Netaji felt he had seen the world. He was a very, very bright man. He was much out of his age. That this British army cannot fight. Of 25 lakh Indian soldiers can be made to realize zindagi to ek hi baar milti hai. If you can die for others for some money, you can die for your own country. And that is how the idea of this thing, which was there, this thing came up. Well, of course, before there were some approaching movements also. I think Major Mohan Singh had already created something. Ras Bihari Bose in Singapore had collected the people. So when he came, he did get a certain platform. This is the first time. But by and large, he was a loner. By and large, he was a lonely man. He had no resources, he had no money, he had no country that was supporting him to that extent, except Japan. And that also is a very complex story. That what was the relationship of Subhas Bose or the Indian National Army and the Japanese, it was not all that good. He had very, very difficult times. And then he forms the Indian National Army. He left his house on 26th of January, and when he came in 1941, and when he formed the Indian National Congress, when he formed the Indian National Army, they were the soldiers who had been imprisoned by the Japanese after they were able to take Singapore and also parts of Malaya. So he mobilized them and formed the Indian National Army. Now, in the history of wars, there will be very few conflicts in which you are able to remotivate those people who had fought, became imprisoned and were in jail, to fight with that ferocity that out of those 40,000, 26,000 never came back, never lived. More than 50% of the people perished, or maybe 58, 57% of the people. This attrition rate, and the army that was still prepared to fight, but for the Japanese, who after Hiroshima had to surrender. You need a leader of very extraordinary caliber to lead such people. Leading a winning army is very easy, even if there are sacrifices. Leading a defeated army and people who are scattered all over, coming from different parts of the country, he gave them this thing which has also become the Indian armies today, that is what Jai Hind. Everybody, whatever your race, clan, religion might be, it is all for Jai Hind. He never wanted any of these clans or castes and regions and this thing. He thought India was one. So he named his regiments as Rani Jhansi Regiment or Mahatma Gandhi Regiment or Nehru Brigade and things like that. He gave them the slogan of Ittihad, that is the unity. Imdad, that is the faith. And Qurbani, that is the sacrifice. So every Indian National Army soldier who fought, Major Mohan Singh actually, who was the first person to have this thing, even before Subhas Chandra Bose came, had thought of this idea and had mobilized the people. But then the Japanese treated him so badly that he had to leave that. And he had a very difficult thing. He had three persons he chose to be his generals. He had Prem Kumar Sehgal, he had Shah Nawaz Khan, and he had Gulbakh Singh Dhillon. All of them very outstanding people. So, his legacy is totally unparalleled. But his second quality was his tenacity. It's sometimes very easy to start, but there are very few people who can slog it to the end. If an idea comes to their mind, and after due diligence, if they decide to walk in that, People may know, people may not know. They may be sleeping, they may be awake, they may be observing, they may not be. But the man is totally steadfast. He sees his goal day in and day out. For him, that is something that he has to carry. So the seed, the idea that came to his mind, I'll fight the British. I will not beg for freedom. It is my right. I have to get it. And if I beg for it, it will be conditional, it will have something. India would not have been partitioned if Subhash Bose was there. Jinnah said, I can accept only one leader. That is Subhash Bose.